Hi everybody, welcome. My name's Leah and I am super new to the beauty scene on YouTube, but I figured I would share my tricks and my tips with you guys because makeup is a huge passion of mine. It's something that I love doing and I get a lot of joy in doing, and it just helps me in my daily life and I just absolutely love it. So today, what I'm going to show you guys what to do is this face I have right now. It is like my everyday, it's just a really everyday, easy face, something that's great for the summer because I do use a tinted moisturizer in this. So if you are curious on using a tinted moisturizer and you haven't used one yet and you just want to kind of see like everything about it, continue watching this. This might be great for you. But if you're just curious on my techniques and the products I use high-end and I use drugstore, so I'm very open to both. So keep watching if this seems like something you'd love to do, or you're interested in seeing how I got this face. But otherwise, thanks for watching and stay tuned. Alright, so first thing that I'm going to do for my everyday natural look is I'm going to go ahead and start doing my eye makeup. I usually always do my eye makeup first. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to try the eyeshadow primer from Wet n Wild. I just got this yesterday and I haven't used it yet, and I honestly don't really know how it's going to be. So you guys are here to try it out with me. So looks like it's tinted a little bit, which is nice. And it's super thick, so let's see how this goes. Right away I can feel it. It's kind of like heavy and sticky on my lids, which could be good. I do have like a bunch of veins and stuff on my lids, so I usually like to put some concealer on them, so I'm just going to go ahead and like dab some concealer on them. Right now I'm just using the concealer color Scarlet from Younique. Very similar to a cosmetics concealer, I'd have to say. It's just not as like sticky, and right away I can feel it's really hard to put this on top of the eyeshadow primer. So I don't really know if I'm going to totally like it. It seems really dry. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about the Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer. I'll let you guys know how I feel about it, if it like kept my makeup on and everything, but at this point right now I'm just not feeling it. I am going to go into the Addiction Palette 1 from Younique. And I use this quite often, that's why it is kind of dirty. Don't mind me, I'm a real person. So I'm going to go ahead and use the color Elated, which is the lightest color. I like to use this for my base. So I just apply this all over my base, and I'm just using a fluffy angled brush. You can really use whatever brush you like best when applying a base. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and put some color in my crease. Now since this is like an everyday look, we're going to keep this pretty simple. So I'm going to use the Pacifica little shadow palette right here. I got this in my Ipsy bag and I'm absolutely in love with it. But I'm going to go on with this one right here. That's kind of like a bright, rusty, orangey color. I love this a lot, especially with my blue eyes, but I think that you could use this color with any color eyes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my big fluffy blending brush. This is the It Cosmetics Airbrush Blending Crease Brush number 105. Just recently picked this up from an Ulta haul and I absolutely love it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and get this coated in that color, and then I'm just going to go in and begin brushing it up on the crease here and just kind of doing just nice like windshield wiper motions. Super easy, and especially with this brush it makes it extremely easy to place the shadow on your lid. I'm going to go in just like in the corners here a little bit more. And cool. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and layer a brown color. It's a very like I'd say it's a neutral brown color. It's in my Addiction 1 palette from Younique. It's called Chipper. I'm going to use that with the same brush. I wipe the brush off, and I'm just going to kind of dab it. These are really high pigmented colors, so I mean a little bit you can start with. And then I'm just going to kind of brush that over and kind of pull it down here, kind of towards the lash line, and just kind of make like a corner shape here. Okay. So that's pretty good. It's really easy for a nice, quick, everyday look. You know, something that you can wear if you're going shopping in the morning, on your way to work, I don't know, anything like that. Okay, so now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I want to place some color on my lid. I'm going to take this brush. I got it in my Ipsy bag. It's a Vasanti brush, an Eyeshadow 2 brush. So you can see it's kind of a flatter brush here. Kind of straight and flat like that. Super cool. So I'm going to use this to place shadow on my lid. I did this yesterday and it worked amazing. So I'm going to go into my Addiction Palette 3 from Younique, and I'm going to grab the color Determined. And this is like a gray taupey kind of color. And I'm just going to kind of coat my brush really well with it. And then honestly what I do is I just kind of pat it. I'm going to go in with a clean, big blending brush, and I'm just going to kind of go ahead and just blend everything together in some circular motions here on both eyes, just so that everything looks really soft and smooth. Okay, so I have this small little Luxie 223 brush. It's a short shader brush. I did receive this in an Ipsy bag. I use it every now and then. But what I like to use it for is I like to use it to line the lash line here, or if I need to do some shading and kind of get in here. So I'm going to use Chipper from the Addiction 1 palette, and I'm just going to go over right in here in the corner and kind of just drag it down. Add a little bit more on. I'm going to pull it around like this. We'll do another blending session, but I just want to get this product really in here. Okay, circular motions right here, and that's pretty much good to go for now. So I do things in weird order, so you'll notice that if you keep watching my videos. So now that my brows are done, I'm going to go ahead and put some color under my brow bone, just a little bit to start with, and I'll probably finish it off with more at the end. I don't know yet. It always depends how everything turns out. You know how makeup goes. Loaf, you're fine.
Calm yourself.
This is my dog, Meatloaf, but I call him Loaf, aka Loafy, Chunky Pants. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go back into my Pacifica trio here, and I'm going to grab that light color. This one right here, it's going to be really great for under the brow bone. Really simple. It does have some shimmer to it. However, it's really not like very intense. So I really like it. And then what I also like to do is I like to take that big old brush again that I've been using and dab it just a tiny bit, and then I can just kind of like go ahead and just blend so we don't have any harsh lines or anything. So my eyes are basically complete. Obviously I just have to do inner corners, and then I do some shadow on the bottom and all that, you know, mascara and everything, but I'll come back to that. So now what I'm going to do is I get to use a couple new products, and I'm really excited. So I need to prime my face, and a primer that I've heard is just absolutely amazing is the NYX Angel Veil. I can already tell this seems really fluffy, seems really nice. I'm just going to kind of work this into my skin. Okay, so I apply my primer. We'll let that kind of set in here. I can already tell my skin feels really soft. It doesn't feel sticky. It's not like tacky or anything. And a little update on the eye primer. My eyes don't feel heavy anymore. Actually, my shadow went on very vibrant, very smooth. So I am liking this more than when I first used it, like minutes ago. Next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and apply some concealer. I'm going to use my Mineral Touch Concealer in the color Organza from Younique, as well as one of Younique's brushes, which is the foundation brush. It's a liquid foundation brush. I just like how this applies the concealer. It's just easier than using like a blending bud, since I'm going to cover it up anyways with product. So you don't have to honestly be perfect with it. I just put like a drop up here, and then I just start working this under my eyes where I need the most coverage. So I just kind of sweep that down here, maybe to the tops of my cheeks, since they do tend to be rosy. Okay, so you can already see a difference and if I was doing a really quick look and I had to like leave in like 10 minutes, I would honestly just pop some powder on, have my concealer base on. I'm ready to go ahead and go in with my Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. Now, Laura Mercier, she has, I think this is like the normal to dry skin one, and then she does have tinted moisturizer if you do have oily skin. So if you do not like tinted moisturizers due to them being very moisturizing and sometimes a little bit dewy, then check out her oil-free one. I love this one because my skin is kind of combination slash dry slash all sorts of things, and this works great for me, and it's also not sticky. It is beautiful. So I'm just going to go ahead and start using it so you can see it. So I put a little bit on my fingers. Now with this, I used to use a brush, but just using my hands is a lot easier for this. Make sure they're clean. Wash your hands before you do your makeup. I don't care if you use your hands or not, just wash them. Okay, so I'm going all over and under my eyes and up here and into my hairline, and very simple. So I still have to cover some areas and brighten up some areas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind thing. This stuff is awesome. This is the one that's a brightener slash illuminator, so it's going to be more of like a bright color, but you can get one to like match your skin tone as well. It's got a really cool like spongy applicator, and you just twist this thing here to get more product out. I love how this applies. I love how it blends, and I've obviously used it a lot, and I've repurchased this many times. So this is hands down one of my, this is a ride or die, and this is a ride or die. Like, these together are just like so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of dab this. Now I just use dabbing motions, not really so much swiping underneath the eye because I don't want to remove any product. So I'm going to kind of like pull this, though. When you're going like other ways, it's fine, but just like pull this out here, so we just get a nice bright area there. So these are like the areas that, like, if you were to shine a light on you, it'd be like boom, it's bright. So these are the areas I want to brighten. I'm going to go ahead and start blending this with a blending sponge. Now, this is one I just picked up from Target, and to be honest, it's like really hard, and I've gotten better ones at TJ Maxx. Like, I got it damp, and it like didn't even expand. This one like picks up so much. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't think that's one of my favorites. So I'm just going to continue blending with my fingers. I think those were the last of my cream products I'm putting on my face, so I really do want to set these products. I am going to use my Rimmel London Stay Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder. Yeah, horrible looking. I've used it a lot. I actually just got a new one because I repurchased this. So I got my second one the other day, and I love this. So I'm going to use this, and I'm just going to kind of just get the whole brush full of this powder. And just start dabbing under the eye. And we'll set all of our highlighted areas too. Okay. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and just create a really simple contour. So I have the Beachfront Bronzer in the shade Sunset from Younique. It is a baked bronzer, and it does have some shimmer to it, which I do like. I know sometimes with contouring you don't want a shimmer. However, like when I put this on my skin, it really like doesn't shimmer like a highlighter or anything. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Real Techniques sculpting brush, And I'm just going to kind of get this covered, and I'm just going to start from my ear, go down. Don't want to go too far, and we don't need to put too much. Remember, this is an everyday easy look. And then what I like to do is I do like to go underneath my jaw and just sculpt out my jawline. I don't know why. I like to do that. And that's basically it. So we're done with this brush. But we're not done with this yet. And I'm just going to blend out like this. Now you can blend this out with a brush, a sponge, whatever you like to do. I just found that the kabuki brush works very well for me. So I'm dabbing on some powder onto it, some of this bronzer, and I'm just kind of going up here as well. So we're done with the bronzer. We don't need any more. Very simple. So the next thing that I want to go ahead and do is I want to apply some blush. So I am going to be using the Younique Mood Stark Minerals Pressed Blush in the color Sweet. I really like this blush only because it goes on very nice. I love the color, and you do get a lot of product for the money. So this is more high-end priced, but look at how much blush you get. That is a lot. So I'm just going to dab this. It's very high pigmented, so you literally don't need that much. And I tap the rest off because I don't want too much. And I'm not going to go like right like here. I'm actually going to like pull out like this on each side. And just out like this. Perfect. So I just love this color. It's just really brightening, a lovely shade, especially for like summer and for spring. It just really brightens up my face. So blush is all set. I'll go ahead and highlight right now. So I got the Physicians Formula highlighter in the shade Translucent Pearl, but here is the color. Okay, I'm almost positive I broke it. So it's like really pearly. I think it'll look really nice on light skin tones, but you can see in the center it's a little bit darker. I have not used this yet, so this is going to be like a total tester right now. And I think I'm going to use my Real Techniques setting brush. I just like the shape of it. I like that it's a little bit smaller, so I'm going to kind of like dab this here and just start on my cheekbones up here. Okay. It's nice. I feel like I might need it. It's really powdery. So if you don't mind that, you'll probably really like it. Ooh, it's very highlighty. Very highlighty. My nose looks like a freaking tin can, man. Okay, so this is very intense. I don't really like my nose that highlighted, so I'm going to kind of like tone it down a tad. I do like my Cupid's bow more highlighted, but like my nose, that's a little bit scary, so I don't know what the heck. But all I can say is right now, I really, I like it. It's very pigmented, and I really like it. So anyways, like I said, I wanted to highlight the inner corners of my eyes, but I also wanted to come down with a shadow. So I'm using a small e.l.f. crease brush. This is probably like $1. I don't know. And I'm going to go back in with my Pacifica Trio, and I'm going to grab this rusty color right here and just smudge this on the bottom lash line, up in here, up under. Just a little bit. This just kind of like completes every shadow look. I'm always putting shadow on the bottom lash line. It creates a nice smoky look. It's very fresh. It's very warm, and it just really completes the look. So I'm going to put some highlighter just straight from this. We can kind of stay the same with the highlighter. I'm going to put that in my inner corners. That's so. Pretty. Okay, so I'm using a new mascara. Lately I've been using Smashbox mascaras that I got in an Ipsy bag. So I'm going to go ahead and try this out. It is the Volume Accelerator mascara in, it's in a super black color. I really don't remember what the color was called, but it is black. It's like extreme black or something. And apparently what this is supposed to do is it's supposed to give your lashes volume and boost them and keep plumping them so that, you know, you get like fuller, lusher looking lashes every time you use it. So it's supposed to like help your lashes. Is the brush. I really like brushes that are thick here but really skinny on the inside so you can really get like all of your lashes. Okay, so eyes are done, and I really like this stuff, so I'm excited to continue to use it. This final product is for my lips. I always moisturize my lips with Younique, and I do that because I wear a lot of matte lipsticks. So this next one I'm going to use is the Bare Minerals. It's their new liquid matte lippy. I'm using it in the color Swag. Now, I was just in Sephora, and this shade was sold out. So I'm so glad that I got this in my Ipsy bag. They're a little bit bigger than this one. The people above me, guys, I don't know if you can hear them. They're so flippin' loud right now. My dog is going nuts. So before I apply this, I always apply liner usually, and Coco K is one of my favorite liners. It's Kylie's, and I use this underneath so many different colors. You'd be amazed at how many colors I've used this under, but it works awesome, and it goes on super smooth. So I'm going to go ahead and line my lips. I usually overline just a tiny bit, not too much. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my liquid lip in Swag, and I'm going to start. So my look is complete, almost. I'm going to go ahead and set this look because I'm about to go outside and go to the market, and it is hot out, and I don't want this to fall off, even though I honestly am not going anywhere fancy. I'm going to the market down the road, and I'm walking there, so I'm not sweat. So this is the NYX Matte Finish finishing spray. I picked this up for like $7 when I went to Ulta recently, and I just wanted to try it out. I really don't use setting sprays that much, but lately I've been really into this, and it keeps my makeup on. The only drawback I have from this, and I don't know if I'll repurchase. I mean, I feel like I would repurchase. I don't know. I want to try other ones, so I might not repurchase this soon when I'm done with it. But the only drawback is that when you spray it, sometimes like big droplets come on, and like you don't know if it's gonna like stay on your skin. You like want to like move it around, and I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't come out as misty as I like, but this is long lasting. It's a matte finish. They also have a dewy one, so if you like more of a dewy look, go ahead and grab that one. But it's $7, so totally worth it. So I'm just gonna mist my face. Okay. Sometimes like it like flies back in your eyes and you're like, what the freaking heck just happened? Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I am super new to this like makeup scene on YouTube. I love doing my makeup. I don't have, you know, millions of products, and I don't even have a subscriber on here. I am just doing this because sometimes I don't have anything to do, and currently waiting to start my new job, but this is something that I love. Makeup's a hobby of mine. By no means am I professional, and by no means am I, you know, telling people what to do. I think that when you do your own techniques, you can learn from other people, but never be afraid to do your own techniques. If it's something that always works for you, I think that you should share it, and I think that other people should know about it. That's the only reason I've learned how to do this, is because I've watched other people, and I'm very open-minded to what other people are doing. So definitely comment below if you have any products that you love and you'd love me to try out. I do have a video I want to make about some products that I don't like, some products that I love. But this was just a really nice, everyday, fresh look. I hope that you guys can incorporate this look into your beauty routine. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Also, please subscribe if you like this. Thumbs it up if you loved it. Thumbs it down if you're just not feeling it. Because you know what? I can take that criticism. I'll probably go cry, but it'll be okay. So, once again, I just wanted to thank you guys for watching, and feel free to follow me on Insta, Twitter, Snapchat, whatever. I'm trying to incorporate more beauty things into there since this is super new for me, but thanks so much for watching, and I hope that you guys have an awesome day.